Hello everyone, this is Kimmy of Now That's What I'm Talking About, and today I am going to be discussing, also called NT Witta, I'm going to be discussing the Capricorn sun sign. And I know you guys have been waiting for this. Okay, so here I go. I'm going to start with, the men. Okay, yeah, here we go. Make sure I got the right page. So, how are you doing? Wow, this was a good one. This one wasn't so hard to do, but the women are kind of boring a little bit. So, I'm going to start with the women. That's right. I have to do the men last. And I have my reasons. Okay, y'all. As I said, you know, my printer is down. So I have been writing this. So, and I have a little spider friend up here. If you guys watch all my videos, make sure you watch all of them so you can. I have a little spider friend up here in one of my videos. I don't know which one it was, but you know, he was just taking over. Just had him a ringside seat. But when I do my videos, I'm like, okay, who are you? But anyway. Yeah, he's gone. So I have to put a little light in, even though there's light in here. I'm not turning these lights on because, like I said, it seems like the force is with me or something. Like I'm on Battlestar Galactica, or what is it? Was it Galactica? What was it, Galactica? You know, whatever it is, Star Wars or something. So I had the little, you know, the little beam would come out. You guys have seen videos. Anyway, let me go ahead. Let me continue. Okay, this is the Capricorn female. She's ambitious. Family-oriented, family first, excuse me. She's socially elegant, and let's see, she is an excellent cook. She loves children and animals, usually keeps a tidy home, although I know one who did not keep a tidy home, but you know, this is just 90%. And by the way, this is for entertainment purposes only. Please do not get mad at me. Get mad at your mom and your daddy for having sex when they did. Said it. I know I'm going to forget to say that in one of these videos. I've been, thus far I've been good. That's the fourth one. There's 12 signs. I'm going to forget. I already threw it out in the universe. I'm going to forget to say that in one of these videos. But it is for entertainment purposes, so don't get mad at me. Get mad at your mom and daddy. So anyway, okay. So let me continue. Let's see. They are, where was I? They usually keep a tidy home, always ladylike, hardworking. This is the good, by the way, if I didn't say that. Make sure I'm hiding my goodies. Okay, have a love of all types of music and can usually sing, very intelligent and smart in their younger years, not fashion show-off. So they're not the type that, you know, try to dress, you know, with the latest trends or whatever. And I also know one who just doesn't even like to even go buy clothes or anything like that at all. Okay, deep thinkers, love to take care of children, prompt and on time. That's the good about them. Not so exciting. Okay, the bad is mood swings, can be depressed, does not like being misjudged, fears being ridiculed or laughed at, and takes it literal. So if you're in a relationship with one of these women, or you're going to be in a relationship with one of them, or contemplating it, just make sure you don't, like, if you crack a joke, just say, oh, girl, I'm playing. You know I'm playing with you. I'm just playing. You got to clean it up. Okay. Let me see what else it says here. Okay. Internally unsure about her appearance at all times. Will never forgive you for criticizing her family or a member, and will make up excuses for why they act the way they do. So they will never forgive you, and I know this for a fact. They take it personal when you talk about someone in their family. Don't talk about no one in their family, especially the mama. Ooh, okay. But if it's constructive criticism, they're okay with it. But if you're just going around trying to crack a joke or something, or criticizing them rather, they don't like that. Okay. They can be naive and fooled by men and will go crazy over just about any man, and they will. Okay, usually sexually active at a young age, which sometimes rears a child or children. The ugly, very, very two-faced, very two-faced. And there are a lot of signs that are two-faced. So if I say two-faced at the beginning, end, or whenever when I'm describing a sign, you know, that's just the way it is. There's a lot of two-faced signs. I'm trying to get as comfortable as possible here. Okay, well, I'm more comfortable that way. Okay, there we go. Let's see. What was I? Let's see. Oh, meddlesome. They're nosy and will get in your business and will try to persuade others to not like you. If they don't like you, they'll try to persuade others to not like you, or at least give them a reason. They're attracted to bad boys or men who will treat them bad. They fall in love quickly. They love to live the easy life. So they're pretty simple. They don't have to live an extravagant life and can sometimes be irresponsible. Let's see, extremely analytical, try to solve the world's problems, especially the men in their lives, until the problem is now theirs. So they will try to solve like their man's problems, whatever's going on, especially if he was in a relationship with a woman before he met her, or he could have been in a relationship when he met her, and that's a whole nother story. But yeah, they'll try to solve those problems. Worries a lot they're over the top flirtatious, very over the top flirtatious. Use people for selfish purposes and cheat people. They will cheat people if they can. And can fall into depression, can be too close to a parent, usually their mother. These females are usually close to their mother to the point of their mother controlling their lives and their relationships, and telling them what to do and voicing their opinion a little too much. I'm down for being close to a parent, but when that parent if you don't have the common sense to know that parent is basically controlling your entire life and you're not saying anything about it, then to me, you kind of on the doofus side. You're a little doofus. Okay. So this is a little doofus. Okay, to the point where the parent will run off the lover eventually because they just don't say anything. They think, like I said, if you can't talk about their family, then you understand what I'm saying. And this is one sign that the men are the men are two-faced, very, just like the women, but they're a little different. They are a little different, admittedly so. Okay, let's see. This is a Capricorn male. I am so excited about doing this one, you guys. I was like, ooh, this is going to be great. Oh, let me turn. Oh my God, I forgot I have. Excuse me. Okay. You guys are probably wondering, what was that sign? What's that noise I hear? Okay, let's see. The Capricorn male this is the good of the Capricorn male. They love fame, so they're going to do whatever it takes to become famous. And that's a good thing. Extremely funny, love to dress and look nice, and are one of the sharpest dressing men signs. If I were asked what is the sharpest dressing, everything intact from the fingernails all the way down, what sign would that be? It would be the Capricorn male, admittingly. They do know how to dress. Most of them. I mean, well, really, they can dress. Okay, and that's when they clean themselves up. They don't like dirty fingernails, but somehow their fingernails are always the dirtiest fingernails because they're usually working on a car or doing something. But like I said, once they clean themselves up or, remodeling or something like that, they're very clean and, and particular and all that. And so they're going to take care of themselves. Okay, they can usually do construction or home remodeling work and paint, like homes and things like that. Roofing, anything dealing with a home, they're really good. Can usually sing very well, very high sex drive. They have a very high sex drive. Ambitious, Usually great cooks. So if you want a man that can cook when you don't feel like cooking, this is the man for the job. They're goal-oriented, persistent, reliable, careful planners. I mean, they're so goal-oriented to the point that they're going to carry that plan out to, until it's completed, whatever it is that they're trying to do. Okay, honestly critical of themselves. I do like this about the Capricorn male is that they are very honestly critical of themselves, meaning, they see, they know they're not perfect, and they're going to, if they see something that they need to work on or something like that, they're going to let you know. They may say it in a conversation. Well, I'm not such and such, or I need to work on my this or that or something like that. So yeah, I like that honesty about them, and everyone should be like that. I cannot stand a person who does not see their flaws and get mad because you see them. Yeah, I mean, come on, let's keep it real. Okay, this is the bad. They love the pawn shop. If you wonder where your DVD players and and your stereos and all that went to, they're in the pawn shop, baby. They're in the pawn shop. They're gonna go to the pawn shop. I'm sorry, they're gonna go to the pawn shop because they're okay. I'll talk about that. Always into scheming people. They're always into some kind of scheme, some kind of way to get some kind of money out of people, some kind of way. Whatever it takes to get the money out of people. Okay, let's see. They will give details of their sex life, especially to their mother. The men are not as close to their mothers as the women, but when they are in conversation with really anyone, they just talk too much. I guess that's what I'm trying to say. They just talk entirely too much. Okay, so they give details of their sex life. So in conversations. They can be self-centered sometimes, and they dislike the opposite sex sometimes for some reason. I don't know what's up with that. And that usually will come from them either being in jail or prison. That doesn't come from it, but, I'm trying to put two of these together, and I'll hold that thought. They cannot keep a job. They jump from job to job to job. They make people laugh. They're very humorous. If you want a good laugh, go and talk to a Capricorn male, not the female, but the male. The women will laugh at jokes, but the male will make you laugh. And so, like I said, this is one of the signs where they are pretty different. A little, just the only thing they share is a two-facedness and gossipy, as they are. The men are gossipy. Okay, but the difference between them making people laugh and like maybe an Aries or let's see, what another sign? An Aries or a Taurus person, they like to make people laugh at the expense of others. Meaning they're cracking jokes about, things that will probably hurt someone's feelings, And so, but it is going to be funny. It's going to be the truth, but in most cases, but they will take it to a level of adding, over-exaggerating. The more you laugh, the more they're going to keep it going and all that kind of stuff. The camaraderie and all that. Okay. Love to fight in their younger years, especially in their younger years. And I'm going to, the ugly. Okay. Ditch and diss their family members. They will ditch and diss their family members. Unlike the female, where you can't talk about the family members, the males, you can. That's why I say they are totally different. And they will talk about their family members. Okay. They won't like you picking out furniture. If you go furniture shopping or whatever, they want to pick out the furniture and design everything in the house, and will kind of get upset if you don't want that chair over there on the left and you want it on the right. So keep that in mind when if you marry a Capricorn, that you will not be the interior designer. Sorry, not gonna happen. Okay. And don't try to rearrange the furniture either without their consent. They just real particular about that. Okay, they're Rolling Stones. They will get with or attracted to any woman that has something going on for her. And they, in other words, if you have a roof over your head, this is the man for you, because he's attracted to you too because you have a roof over your head. Okay. Let's see. Does not like women who don't know. Oh, they don't like women who don't know how to dress. They love to dress and they love to be with a woman who loves to dress. But if someone's watching you, they seem to get upset about that. Well, duh, what's the purpose? So if they're real flashy with their dressing, and so they are attracted to women who are flashy with their dressing as well. But then when a man's looking at you, they get jealous, as if you brought it on yourself. So when you get home from wherever you are, expect an argument. Okay. And they don't like a woman wearing the same hairstyle either. So please change your hairstyle, ladies. If you are attracted to a Capricorn man, complete turn off to them. You got to change hairstyle at least once a week. And this is not a joke. They really love women that change their hairstyle. Here's the ugly. I don't know what position to get in for the ugly. I mean, I might have to, I'm going to stand up for the ugly. Let me sit down, because I don't know if you can see me. I better sit down. Here's the ugly of the Capricorn male. Drum roll. Oh, I couldn't wait to do this one. Okay. Capricorn male, two-face. Have two faces. One over here, one over here. Very two-faced. You got your two-faced people, then you got your somewhat two-faced, your two-faced, and then you're very two-faced, and you got your extremely two-faced. Well, they fall into the 12 signs. They fall into the extremely, very to extremely two-faced, okay? And they're both the same. Okay, they will sleep with a rock. If a rock had a tootie patootie and some eyeballs, they're going to sleep with it. So this is a sign that is very promiscuous. Very promiscuous sign. The females are faithful if they're in a relationship, but they're promiscuous if they're not. And the males are just straight up, it doesn't matter if they're in a relationship or not, they're promiscuous, very promiscuous. Okay, so, let's see. If a rock had genitals, they would sleep with a rock. They would sleep with a gnat if the genitals were big enough. Anyway, okay. Let's see. They're bona fide hustlers. Like I said, that pawn shop thing, they're going to make them some money. Some kind of way. You going to come home and thinking that you tired. Well, you tired and you thinking you're going to turn the TV on and watch you some All My Children that you recorded. And earlier that day, you ain't watching that. You're not watching that thing. They pawned the TV. Somebody came here and got it. I don't know what happened to it. Must have been my brother. I'm going to get him. But I will say this, if they really like you, they will go all to the ends of the earth to buy you things. I mean, if they have to really, really like you. So ladies, if you're with a Capricorn man and he's never buying you anything, you're not the one. I mean, they show signs, and they tell off on themselves too when they're talking. They can't lie. They're liars, but they can't lie. If you listen, they tell off on themselves. They'll come back in 30 minutes later and say something and tell off on themselves, and they'll laugh about it. And if you bring it up to them, they'll laugh. Okay, now I have to turn this off because it's just putting a little heat up off in here. Okay. Okay, let's see. Now for some reason I guess if I turn it this way. Okay. Most of them have been incarcerated. I have yet to meet a Capricorn man who hasn't either been to jail or been to prison. I mean, these men are going, and especially in their younger life, they're going to go to prison. But they're usually smart and won't go back with 5 times. No, they probably go back like twice, but they're usually the smarter ones. If they go to prison, they don't want to go back anymore, so they're usually smart enough they're determined to stay out once they get out. May go back again, but that's a wrap. Okay. And let's see. Will take care of someone else's children before they take care of their own. So if you're looking to get child support out of a Capricorn man, you can hang it up. It's just going to escalate and escalate and add up because they, like I said, they can't keep a job, and so it's just going to add up and add up. So that's just what that is. This is the real deal. Okay. And so they love to take care of other people's children as opposed to taking care of their own. Okay. They, like I said, they tell all. Let's see, where was I? They tell all of their business. They're gossipy. As I've said, they're moody and they're big liars. But like I said, they lie. They're liars, but they can't lie. You know, it's like you believe them. You'll believe them while they're saying it, but then they'll come back and tell off on themselves. You know, shoot themselves in the foot is what I call it. Let's see. What else is here? They're cheaters. Like that, they're very unfaithful. Like I said, if you get in a relationship with them, they're unfaithful. Okay. And they'll get with anyone who has a roof over their head. I kind of said that they if you got a roof over your head, so you know, ladies, if you're a lady out in the world just looking for a man, and it's so many stupid women like that who just want a man in their lives, Capricorn is the man for you, because guess what? Your house, anything that's going wrong in that house is going to be repaired. He's going to fix that. They're good at remodeling. So, hey, I guess if you need a man in your life or want a man in your life, any man, and they want a roof over their head, any woman, any woman. And another thing, ladies, just because a Capricorn is with you does not mean they love you. I will say it again. He will tell you he loves you just because he's gonna sex you and sex 3 or 4 other women, and then he'll play y'all and all of that, plays all 3 of you, and then he's gonna pick what's behind door number 2. That's just them. So you want a man. This is why women or people should never settle. If you're that desperate that you want just a person in your life, get with a Capricorn man. You know, what can I say? Get with a Capricorn man. Okay, and the last thing, next to the last thing, is that they are very goal-oriented. Like I said, real good planners. They're going to plan, they're going to obtain those plans too, their goals, eventually. Here's the deal. They ruin themselves. They will ruin it for themselves because of that mouth. They're so talkative. They will ruin it for themselves. What I mean by that is, like, they can plan something out so good. It's just everything's stacking up. They've got the contacts. Everything's up there. And as soon as they get, like, right up here, from here, they're up here. And as soon as they get up here, they'll open that trap and say the wrong thing or do the wrong thing or listen to someone else and make a wrong move. And it's like they have the confidence, you know, but then all of a sudden they kind of question their motives and what they're doing. And lastly, make sure I got everything. Yeah. Lastly, Capricorn men, stop abusing women. You are one of the most, you are the, not one of the. Capricorn men, you are the most abusive sign out of all the 12 sun signs. You. I mean, I know of women who can, you know, I'm just going to tell you a little bit about my life. I stayed in a shelter temporarily. Didn't have to be there, but stayed in there temporarily in transition. So I went in there and I admittedly told a lie that some dude, I couldn't remember what the dude's name, my life depended on it, had beat me up. I made up this dude, Richard, whoever. I was moving. I was in transition and I needed a place to stay. And I was like, okay, I got to make up something. I don't suggest you guys do that because women really do need to live in these shelters, and that space could go to someone else. But I could have gone somewhere else, and I could have been in my mother's home, but I decided to go to this women's shelter. And that was an experience in itself. Never again. The estrogen that was in this place, that's a whole nother story, but the women, I've never seen so many women with different personalities. And I'm getting off track, but I have to say this. I never even believed in, what is that? Oh God, not multiple personalities. I can't think of it right now, but I didn't believe people could do that. Yes, whatever that term is, I can't think of it right now. I saw some things in there, but in the meantime, so women are talking. You know, they're telling their story of why they're in there, and you know, I told them I'm just in there. But then I found out that I could have just been in there just, you know, from being, from just not being abused or anything like that. I found that out. But, you know, it was too late then. My caseworker revealed that. Because some of them, they talk. They will go back and tell what you said or whatever. And so, you know, we had a meeting and the caseworker brought it up that, okay, you know, if you haven't been abused, you can still come to the shelter. And I was like, you know, I wish I had known that I want to come in there talking about Jason or somebody beat me up or whatever, you know. But hey, that's just, I'm just keeping it real. And so, but I do support that women's shelter because they have it going on, and that was the. And I oftentimes will post it on the Facebook page of Now That's What I'm Talking About. Please go to facebook.com and like Now That's What I'm Talking About if you're on YouTube watching this video. And the channel is NTWitta, the acronyms for the show. Now That's What I'm Talking About radio show. NTWitta radio show. And so anyway, back to what I was saying. So the women are talking, and they're going to talk on and off about what happened to them, and I'm sitting there listening, and I'm like, you let what? And you know, but you don't say that. But you're like, well, I mean, homeboy would have had him in. You know, but you know, and I've had my run-ins with my ex-husband and everything like that, but nothing, and completely nothing, because I didn't grow up. My daddy did not abuse my mother, so I didn't grow up like that. So I'm not attracted to men like that. And my husband and I have had, ex-husband and I have had some times, and but anyway, I'm telling you guys, so I would ask the women, what was the sign, because I you know, I already knew. And I was like, what was your ex-husband's, or what's your husband's sign? Now, he's born January, you know, Capricorn. When was your boyfriend born? What's his sign? He's a Capricorn girl. It's not just based on that. It's the fact that you guys are just really abusive. You need to really check yourself. You have anger problems and the moodiness. And it's not just a moody person who, even though you can get depressed, and this one's lasting longer than 20 minutes, longer than what I expected. But this is a serious one. You guys really, if you're Capricorn and listening to this and you are an abusive Capricorn, and not all of them, but, you know, you guys predominantly, 92% of Capricorns are abusive in some kind of way, whether verbal or but most times physical. And I'm telling you, and I'm stressing this and extending this one because your abusiveness is not like abusive. Abusive is abusive, and abuse is abuse. But you guys will literally crack bones. And one lady had said, which was really sad to me, and she was a little bitty lady, that her man got a broomstick and shoved it up her anus. You know, I mean, just was, you know, and to the point where she had to have surgery. So, you know, and I am going to eventually talk to women who who have been abused and abusive in women's shelters, because that's something I always wanted to do, is to interview them, and I am going to do that in the future, so please look out for that. But in the meantime, that is the Capricorn female and the Capricorn male, the good, the bad, and the ugly. It was extended a little bit. Capricorn men, you need to check yourself because you guys have some issues, but overall very humorous and funny and things like that. You're very funny, but stop being funny at someone else's, you know, will or whatever, using someone as a, you know, your little toy to be funny with, which is totally, like I said, different than an Aries and a Taurus. The Taurus people and Aries sign are going to talk about you, but they're going to say it in your face usually. They're going to say, with your, you know, your mama so something, but they're not going to, you're going to laugh too, put it that way. You're going to laugh. And a Taurus and an Aries are going to talk about you probably, and it's humorous and funny. Everyone's going to laugh in the room. That's your Martin Lawrence and your Eddie Murphy, but they're not doing it to hurt your feelings. Whereas, you know, a Capricorn, whether he realizes it or not, can hurt your feelings by what they say, and that is the total difference in the humor. You know, you're going to laugh with the other two, and you're probably not going to laugh with the Capricorn. So anyway, that is it for the good, the bad, and the ugly of the Capricorn sign. You guys have a wonderful, wonderful, I want to say evening, but you may be, well, evening. Have a wonderful evening. And like I said, go to facebook.com/NTWITA Talk Radio and like my page, my radio show page. And the radio show is going to be coming back up soon. I'm very busy. I'm writing, thank you, Jesus, you know, and doing a lot of different things. And I've come a long way from my little temporary things that I had going on in my life. But God is good. Smooches. Love you.